Welcome back to Leading from the Middle. I'm Bill Moeller. In the last 72 hours, Alicia and I have seen an 80-degree temperature difference. We left Cancun and returned to a winter storm. It would have been great to stay in the comfort of Cancun, but we still need to come back home. This is what Nehemiah did. He couldn't stay comfortable. He had to rebuild the wall. Today we talk about leadership when things are broken, when momentum is gone, when trust needs rebuilt. Nehemiah shows us how strong leaders rebuild what others gave up on. Rebuilding starts with ownership, not complaints, not blame. Nehemiah did not cause the walls to fall. He still owned the solution. Leadership begins when someone says, "This matters, and I will act." John Maxwell teaches leaders see a problem as an invitation to lead. Nehemiah accepted the invitation. Nehemiah heard the report. Jerusalem was in ruins, the walls destroyed, the people discouraged. He did not rush. He prayed. He fasted. He planned. And then he asked the king for permission. Resources followed clarity. Coach K talks about preparation before execution. Nehemiah lived it. He inspected the walls quietly at night. No speeches, no noise, just assessment. Rebuilding requires honesty. Point 1, leaders feel the weight. Nehemiah allowed the burden to settle. He wept. He prayed. He reflected. Carlton Andrews writes in The Rugged Entrepreneur that leaders who rush past emotion miss direction. Burden clarifies purpose. Strong leaders feel deeply, then act decisively. Point 2, leaders build a plan. Emotion did not replace strategy. Nehemiah aligned people, assigned sections, clarified roles. Gino Wickman writes in Traction that clarity creates traction. Nehemiah brought clarity. Everyone knew their assignment. Progress followed. Point 3, leaders expect resistance. Opposition arrived early. Mockery, threats, distraction. Nehemiah stayed focused. John Maxwell teaches leadership tests always show up during momentum. Nehemiah did not negotiate with distractions. He kept building. Point 4, leaders protect the work. Half the people built, half stood guard. Focus and vigilance work together. Leadership protects progress. Nehemiah guarded morale as much as the walls. Point 5, leaders finish. They completed the wall in 52 days, not because conditions were perfect, because leadership stayed steady. Completion builds confidence. Faith grows when leaders finish what they start. God honors leaders who rebuild faithfully. Broken does not mean finished. Delayed does not mean denied. Nehemiah trusted God and kept working. Leadership rebuilds hope. Here's how you lead through rebuilding. Own the burden without blaming others. Assess honestly before acting. Create clear roles and assignments. Expect resistance and stay focused. Protect progress and morale. Finish strong. Completion matters. Rebuilding requires resolve. So what can we do this week? Identify one area needing rebuild, a team, a habit, a system. Start with prayer, then plan, then act. Thanks for listening to Leading from the Middle. Nehemiah teaches us this truth. Leadership rebuilds what others abandon and requires us to get out of our comfort zone. Lead with courage, lead with clarity, lead until the work finished.